Hello and welcome back to KXAM Plus. I'm your host, Esmeralda Zamora, and today we have our Freddy's Weekend Watch segment where we take a look at some fun weekend events happening in Central Texas and some weather to expect for those events. And with me to do all of this is, of course, our meteorologist, Freddy Vela. Freddy, thank you for joining me. How are you doing?
Super excited. I say it every week because the weekend is here. But I'm also excited because it's the first time in 46 days that we're excited to say we're getting some rain.
And can we confidently say that?
We can confidently say that there will be rain in Central Texas.
Yeah, I feel like this is coming true. We've been waiting for this for a while. I was driving to work this morning. It was gloomy, dark. It just felt so good to finally smell rain in the air again.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this moment for a long time. If you're a meteorologist, 46 days is a long time, Esmeralda. We look at, and there's a really great article that you can read online. Christopher Adams, one of our digital reporters, or Cadams, as we like to call him here, he puts together these really cool data-driven graphics that kind of pull all the data that we put out. And to see, the dry stretches of time that we didn't have any rainfall within Central Texas and where we're ranking now is a very scary situation. 46, while it's not the top three, you have to get into the 60s for that, 63 days. This is still too close for comfort of just seeing a ton of rain in July and then literally nothing since then. The most we've had was about an inch of rainfall. We have to go all the way back towards the end of July to even find that. After that, it's been a tenth here, a tenth there, trace amounts, but nothing that gives us a significant amount of rainfall. No showers, no storms, nothing. And so this is an exciting moment, and we can't, obviously stress that we need the rainfall here in Central Texas.
Yeah, it is, of course, very much needed. And in fact, October is supposed to be our second wettest month of the year. We didn't see any rain at the beginning of October until this weekend is what we're expecting to see. So that is just kind of gives you a look at what we've been dealing with this entire month.
Yeah, to say that we're only, 7-8 days away from the end of the month, and that we got this close to going through all of October with no rainfall.
It's scary.
That's very, very scary because not only does it affect, obviously our grass, but you have to think of the lake levels. They're starting to go down a bit more from their high. Lake Buchanan was at 100% or near 100%, now closer to about 94%. It loses more water than any of the other bodies of water. But Lake Travis down into the mid-80s. So we need the rainfall to replenish that. And we need steady rainfall, not heavy all at once. That does help out the lakes. But when we see steady, continuous rainfall, it doesn't have to be a lot, but all that water seeps into the ground and down into the aquifers. That's the type of rainfall we need. Not all at once, just steady rainfall. And while this is all going to come down at once, anything will help at this point.
Yes, and we're waiting for that rain tonight and into tomorrow morning. So is that what we're expecting?
It's tomorrow into Saturday.
I got it mixed up. It's tomorrow into Saturday morning.
Now, Esme, you may have said that because with a warm front coming back later today, that may give us a chance of an isolated shower or two for the eastern counties.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm moving Freddy's camera.
For the eastern counties, but as far as like what we can experience here, we're waiting for tomorrow. I think that's going to be the bigger day. So let's get into the forecast, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's talk about Saturday and Sunday first, and then I'll get into the Friday stuff. Because obviously, this is Weekend Watch. Our focus is Saturday and Sunday. We look at Saturday. There is still a chance of rainfall that will continue off and on all day long. I know that there were a couple of outdoor events that were being planned that may be postponed because of this.
Yes.
So if you're making those plans for a Saturday event that was outdoors, I would say reach out, see what their contingency plan is, see if they're canceling, check their social media, because they may end up canceling, postponing, moving indoors, anything like that. So Saturday, we're expecting the bulk of the rainfall early in the morning, but as you'll see in just a bit, we expect some later on in the day as well, with a high of 79 degrees.
That sounds awesome, Freddy.
Magical, Esmeralda. Our average high around this time of year is 80 degrees. So this would put us just 1 degree below where we should be. It gets us right in line at where we should be. But then by Sunday, we're back above average. We're back up to 84 degrees. But here's the thing, and this is something that Chief Meteorologist Nick Bannon and I were talking about 2 days ago, which is with us seeing 90 degrees today in Austin, will that be the final 90-degree day of the year?
Let's not jinx it.
Let's not jinx it. Last year, our last 90-degree day was on Halloween. So we are hoping that that means that we are done with 90s.
Well, I hope we scare away those 90 degrees this Halloween or even before Halloween.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, as we look at Friday into Saturday, obviously that's going to be where the big party is going to be at as far as rainfall. And you may be wondering, what does that mean? Do I expect to see thunderstorms? Well, I have the Storm Prediction Center outlook of what we can expect for Friday night into Saturday. And we are looking at level 2, which is a slight category within most of the hill country, marginal, which is that category 1 for most of the metro, which would include Williamson County, Travis County, and Hayes County. That's kind of generally what we consider the metro area. And we are expecting a marginal risk, meaning that the ingredients are there. It could happen, but the yellow section, that means we have a better chance of seeing some possible severe weather. And we're talking about hail. We're talking about strong winds. So this is something that we obviously want to keep an eye on. And in fact, while we're here, I'll go ahead and look really quickly. I don't know if this has been updated or not, but I'm going to show it anyway. And if it hasn't, then it hasn't, and we won't worry about it. All right. This is our... no, it hasn't been updated.
Severe threats.
Okay, so yeah, even though it says severe threats Thursday, this is technically for Friday because it's for day 2. So this is for Friday. Ignore the fact that it says Thursday. Anyway, their concern, the Storm Prediction Center's concern, is going to be strong winds. As you can see, that's in the yellow, that's elevated. And that's going to be their biggest concern overall. Hail, they're keeping in the low category, and tornadoes, they're keeping in the low category as well. So their main concern is going to be that elevated area. Hail. And then you'll notice that they're just solid colors. If they would have had lines through them, that would have meant that they have significant confidence that that's going to happen. That will happen essentially.
Okay.
So as of now, that's just their concerns. They're not saying that we're expecting to see a tornado or hail. It just means that the ingredients are there. It could happen, but winds are going to be the thing that they're a little more confident in. And I'll update that. So make sure you guys tune in at 11. So that way you can see that updated graphic, just because I didn't have a chance to fix that one. But anyway, so you may be wondering about timing. Well, thankfully, meteorologist Tommy House put this together, which is the storm timing for Friday. We're looking at, earlier as you get into more of the hill country, and then it starts to slow or get a little later on into the metro and then into the eastern counties. We're looking at more eastern county stuff to be mostly earlier in the morning, 2 a.m. That's when I expect to see LaGrange and Giddings being affected by this, compared to around midnight, which would be the metro area that I've discussed, which is Williamson County, Travis County, and Hayes County. And then the most likely area that's going to get affected quicker is obviously going to be the hill country. So just keep an eye on that.
Yes, and that's kind of what always occurs when it rains here. We always have to wait till midnight or overnight to see those raindrops here in the metro area, right?
Yeah, it always happens like that for some reason. Now, as we look at everything and how it works, you can actually see here how this will play out as we get into Friday. I stopped it here at about 11 a.m., so you could see that we could still see a spotty shower or two earlier in the day. I'm not as confident in that. What I am confident in is this, when that storm starts to enter. And as you can see here, the timing, again, we're looking at about 10 p.m. for the hill country to about 11 to 12 o'clock as you get into the metro area, and then getting into around 2 a.m. Now you're looking at the eastern counties, as I mentioned before, LaGrange, Giddings, Rockdale, Bastrop getting affected a bit more. And then we expect for these off and on showers to essentially continue throughout Saturday. So you may get a few more showers earlier on Saturday, and that could continue up until the afternoon into the evening hours. So again, as I mentioned before, if you are making plans for Friday or Saturday evening and you have an outdoor event, just make sure that you're already preparing, make sure you're already understanding. One, if they're still going to be going on, even with the showers, take an umbrella. Or two, make sure that you reach out to them and that overall that those things are not being canceled or anything like that.
Yeah, and one event that we were going to feature this weekend was the Viva la Vida, what was the name of it?
Viva La Vida
Mexi
Festival and
Art
Parade.
Festival and Parade. Okay, so we had that on our radar for this weekend watch, but we had to remove it because we were going to have them come in and speak to them. But unfortunately, with the rain in the forecast, this event might be canceled. It's not official yet, but we will have that update on our website as soon as we find out, and probably at the end of today.
Yeah, it's in case they do have it, I'll mention it really quickly. It's an event that celebrates Mexican culture, but obviously Dia de los Muertos. It's one of the biggest Dia de los Muertos events that are happening.
It's a parade.
It's a parade that happens here in Austin, happens, within the downtown area. So if it does happen, they're inviting people out. And hopefully the storms and the showers don't disrupt that too bad on Saturday.
Yes, hopefully. And if they don't, I'll be out there because I really want to go to that event.
Well, there is one event that I'm going to, and I'm really excited about. And while it may not be in the Austin area, it is in Central Texas.
Ooh.
And I thought, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's get the word out and let's get people out there.
Let's do it.
I could talk all day I'll talk all day about SpaceCon.
SpaceCon back here. It's not in Austin though, right?
No, it's going to be in San Antonio.
Okay.
So while we don't cover the San Antonio market, while it's outside of our area, I did want to talk about it because I'm a nerd. It's Central Texas. People look for big conventions. I talk about smaller conventions all the time. People want to head out and enjoy these types of Comic-Cons. And while Austin itself doesn't have its own Comic-Con. It has like adjacent Comic-Cons.
We have like smaller versions.
Smaller versions, yeah. This is a big version. Last weekend, San Antonio was blessed with Big Texas Comic-Con. This weekend, it's SpaceCon 2025. It runs Friday, October 24th through Sunday, October 26th. And they're going to have your normal tropes of a Comic-Con, which is panels, photo ops with some of your favorite celebrity guests, autographs, you can cosplay, and there's a cosplay contest. They're going to have vendors. They're going to have so much more, including take a look at some of these actors that are going to be there.
Elizabeth Olsen. Wow.
Who's Wanda, Jeremy Renner, who is Hawkeye, and Brie Larson, who is Captain Marvel, all from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're not the only ones. Paul Bettany, which is Vision, he is going to be there as well. And they're going to have a ton of other guests.
Some Star Wars actors.
Ian McDiarmid. He is the Emperor Palpatine. He's going to be there. If you're into X-Files, David Duchovny is going to be there. Carrie-Anne Moss from The Matrix, she's going to be there. I know we said Star Wars. Billy D. Williams, the original Lando Calrissian, he's going to be there. They have some actors from, Starship Troopers. Denise Richards is going to be there. They have some actors from Ahsoka, the newest Star Wars movie. The bunch of them are going to be there. Giancarlo Esposito, who was in The Mandalorian. Yeah, he was in The Mandalorian. People also know him from Breaking Bad. I think that's the show.
Yeah.
You're nodding. I want to say that that's where he's from. I personally know him from Once Upon a Time, where he played the magic mirror.
That is right. I remember that.
That's how I know him. That's why I wanted to make sure I got the rest of them right. Grant Gustin, who was the Flash, he is going to be there. Daniel Logan, who was I not think of his name. In the original Star Wars trilogy, he was younger. Boba Fett. He was Boba Fett.
Aw, that's so cute.
He was the little Boba Fett kid. But what I'm excited about is what shows there, which is the Battlestar Galactica cast.
Yeah.
I am a massive Battlestar Galactica fan. And they're going to have a ton of people there from Battlestar Galactica, including Admiral Adama himself, Edward James Olmos. Boomer is going to be there. Tamo Pennicott. Grace Park is going to be there. Grace Park, she played Boomer. Tamo played Hilo. He's going to be there as well. They're also going to have James Callis. He was the Doctor. He's going to be there. Jamie Bamber, who was Apollo. He is going to be there. It's a huge cast.
It sounds like there's going to be stars at this event.
So many stars. Now, I really was hoping that Mary McDonald was going to be there. She's also part of Battlestar Galactica. She was in Dances with Wolves back in the early 90s. She was in a bunch of other things. She just canceled like a couple of days ago, which really bums me out because she was also part of the Battlestar Galactica cast. She played the president. But she canceled for unfortunate reasons. But anyway, so this is all going to be at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Halls in San Antonio. Tickets are still available. They also have VIP passes and so much more. So your best bet is to go online, go to kxan.com, get in the article, and purchase your tickets for SpaceCon because it's going to be a very, very big event. I'm excited. And I will be there.
I was about to say, and you might be able to see Freddy when you're there.
So my sister is flying in today. I'm going to pick her up, and we're going to go check out SpaceCon.
So cool.
Over the weekend. I got Friday off. I know there's storms.
Be careful.
I've already heard from some of the other Mets, but my sister's flying down. It's something I cannot miss, so I'm going to be there. But I have full confidence in the other Mets and the work that they do. Chief Meteorologist Nick Bannon is going to stick around in the evening to make sure everyone is safe. Tommy House will be here as well, and Richard Siegel. They'll all be here to make sure that everyone is taken care of.
Yes, and that everyone knows when and where that rain is going to hit here in Central Texas. And hopefully it doesn't put a damper on SpaceCon.
Yeah, all we need is the rainfall. We don't need any hail. Mother Nature, keep the hail.
Keep it out of here.
Keep it out of here. Strong winds. We're fine. We just need the rainfall. But that's not the only event that's happening over the weekend. Let's talk about this next one. This one's kind of exciting. This is the Rock the Park concert series. This is closer to home. This is in Austin.
Yeah.
It's going to be at the Miller Lake Park. It's Friday, October 24th. Which is tomorrow, and they're going to have two different concerts. As of now, they're still going on. Again, most of the heaviest rainfall won't start until about 10 p.m., so I haven't seen anything about it being canceled. So I would say this is one of those where you may want to, again, check in.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, keep an eye out. Visit their website. Visit their Facebook page. But it's the Rock the Park concert series. This is actually part of KUTX. Yeah, KUTX. They're putting this on. It runs on Friday at 6:45. It's the very first concert. That's the telephone company. And then the second concert is Tribe Mafia, which is kind of like this hip-hop rap duo. It's really, really cool. They're inviting you to come out. They invite you to bring your blankets, water, and, of course, the entire family. And Miller Lake Park is actually dog-friendly. Now, will they allow pets at this one? Visit their website. They have more details there. But, again, this is going to be a really, really great event. They do this once a month during the fall. They had one in September, they have one this month, and they have one next month. And, of course, this one falls this Friday. And they're inviting everyone to come out and be part of this. It's a really, really cool event, and it's all free. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that you can go, you can enjoy some music, and just have fun with your family, get out and about, because it's even with the storms coming, that doesn't mean you should stop spending time with your family.
Yes, and this one looks like so much fun. When I first read it, I thought it was like a rock and roll event, but there's so much more different types of music that's going to be available at this event, so that's exciting.
Yeah, the telephone company, they say that their music is fun, witty, and that you'll have a good time. So take that for what you will.
It sounds like fun, and it sounds like fun for the family and the kiddos and maybe the dog. If you want to take the dog to the park, this sounds like a lot of fun for October.
Yeah, especially if you want to get out there before the rainfall. People may be wondering, okay, well, where's the heaviest rain going to be? Well, I got you covered. We can actually see here with our flood threat for late Friday, early Saturday, that most of the concern of where the flooding could be is the hill country leading into Williamson County, Travis County. And it looks like, as far as where the storms will be headed and where the heaviest storms will be, it's mostly going to be in the area that you see in the yellow. As we get into early Saturday morning, the parts in the green, they'll still see a lot of rainfall. It just doesn't look like we'll get as much as those, within the yellow portion. So already planned for that if you are making plans for late Friday night. We're talking like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., That's what I mean.
You should probably be asleep. But if you're having fun, just remember to be safe on your way back home.
Yeah, that is the key there. Yes. Make sure that you guys making those plans for the overnight hours because our biggest flood threat is going to be the hill country and the northern portion of our viewing area. So we're talking about roads being a little bit flooded with ponding there, ditches also getting plenty of water, and then any low-lying areas,
underpasses, anything like that.
Anything like that. Just make sure that you're taking precaution, and of course, the big thing: turn around, don't drown. If you cannot see the road, just don't do it. So what do I recommend? At least staying home, unless you know you're in a low-lying area. If you know that your home is at risk, especially like mobile homes, find something sturdier, a little bit higher ground. I'm not talking, 10 feet above the ground. No. I'm just saying, just make sure that if you know it's a low-lying area, just find a way to make sure that you're elevated and that you're okay.
Grab some sandbags, do what you got to do.
Yeah, for sure. So the amount of rainfall we can actually see right now is looking between 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, with isolated pockets looking at about 2 to 4 inches of rainfall in some of the spots where we could see some of the heaviest rainfall. So, just keep that in mind as you're making plans for Friday night into Saturday, that even if you still plan on going out early Saturday for any type of event, just know that there may still be ponding in many of the spots. I know I'm part of a kickball league, and that was their concern, is Saturday morning, will the fields be flooded? That is a possibility because of the rainfall and how it's happening overnight. So a lot of stuff won't get evaporated until the sun starts to come up, or we'll have to wait a bit for the ground to soak it all in. Because on Saturday, we're expected to remain mostly cloudy, so we're not going to get that sunshine to help us out. So we'll have to wait for a lot of it to soak into the ground before we can actually head out there. And the ground is very dry, so it can soak up a lot, but remember, a lot at once won't allow for the ground to soak it all up. So anyway, keep that in mind. But as you're making more plans, I have 2 more events that I want to talk about.
This one is the Main Street Car Show.
Ooh, this is exciting. Are you a car lover?
I like to look at them, but I'm not super obsessed with them.
Yeah, my dad used to have Chevelle. He used to have a Malibu. And he used to have my uncle had the Mustang. My uncles were all very big car lovers. I was just talking about this yesterday, which is kind of weird. They were all big car lovers. I remember when I was young, I would go outside and my dad and my uncles would be
cleaning the cars,
working on the cars, getting them all ready. My uncle Gabby, my dad, my uncle Vale, my uncle Joe, they were all always out there. They were working on their cars. And this is one of those things where if that's your pastime, if you love looking at cars, being part of cars, seeing cars, talking about cars, this is the event you want to go to. So this is the Main Street Car Show. This is going to be in Taylor. This is on Saturday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They may still have it, even with some of the downpours that may still be in the area.
Oh, yeah, they might just sit in the cars.
They might sit in the cars. But a lot of it's on pavement, too, so they may be okay. This is going to be in downtown Taylor. They're inviting you to show off your car. So if you have a really cool car that you want to show off, like a Malibu or a Mustang or Chevelle that I mentioned, they're inviting you to come out, or even like anything from the 50s. My favorite car is...
I was going to say, what is your dream car?
Is a Thunderbird. It is a 1959 Thunderbird. I really like the old, longer cars that, where the lights come out, the tail lights come out. Like, oh, man, that's my dream to have one of those cars. So if you have one at home and it's just sitting there,
send us a picture.
Send me a picture.
Go to this event.
send me a message. I would love to see that car. Anyway, so this is the Main Street Car Show. This is Saturday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in downtown Taylor. They're asking you to show off your car. You can register now online, which you can go to our website, kxan.com. I have the link there in the article. Or you can do it on site as well. The entire event is actually free for attendees.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so if you don't want to show off your car, if that's not your thing, you can just go and check out all the cars.
Check out all the cars. And it's so close to Halloween that I'm sure they're going to decorate their cars in little spooky themes. And it's going to be like a light show, too.
It's really going to be cool. And then this year, they're celebrating the AMC Gremlin because it is 55 years. I'm going to confirm real quick. Taylor Car Show. It is the
50?
55 years.
Wow.
55 years of the AMC Gremlin. And that thing is ugly.
It sounds like it with that name.
I think the AMC Gremlin is ugly. If you've never seen one, I'm sorry anyone who's
Be
watching.
careful, because you might have some AMC Gremlin lovers watching our stream.
I know. I just pulled one up. They're really ugly.
I want to see for myself.
Can you pull it? Yeah, can you pull it up? This I don't know why.
I don't know why. Let's see.
But it's fine.
They just look really old school antique.
They're
very ugly. I agree. But I mean, we're celebrating 55 years. Okay, this one's a little cuter. It's green. Well, that's what we're celebrating, guys.
That's what we're celebrating. You know what? Good for the AMC Gremlin. And you know what? There's still pictures of it, so it's still around.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're going to be celebrating that. They encourage you to head on out and be part of that. But I have one more event to talk about.
And this one's going to make me a little angry because I haven't had my coffee this morning, and I need my coffee.
Yeah. Everyone who loves coffee, this is for you. Esmeralda, this is for you. This is the Austin Coffee Festival. This is taking place Saturday, October 25th and Sunday, October 26th, and it's at the Palmer Event Center. And with your admission ticket, you get a lot of free coffee to taste while you're there.
This is a dream. This is heaven. I so want to go to this.
They're going to have a ton of coffee vendors there.
It's indoors too, so if it rains, no excuses.
Yeah, no excuses to go out there. And then for anyone who doesn't like coffee, you're still invited too. They're saying that they have a ton of different options for non-coffee lovers. And they're also going to have snacks. They're going to have live entertainment. So they'll have some performances there. They'll have plenty of vendors. They're going to have panels. And then this is the cool thing. They're going to have a coffee competition there where they're going to be able to compete. Like different vendors are going to be able to compete.
I want to be the taste tester, the judge.
You know what? Reach out to them. Maybe they'll invite you to be a judge. I don't know. This is really cool for coffee lovers. Now, I will say I am not a coffee lover.
What?
I do not drink
What
coffee.
don't you like about it?
Anything. I do like the way coffee smells in the morning. Mm-hmm. I'm just not a coffee, like I just can't drink coffee.
But have you tried mixing some syrups in there, putting some cold foam?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm already a pretty energetic person. Like I can wake up and go. Yeah. I'm one of those, like I get out of bed and I'm like, let's do this. I can take a 10-hour drive after I wake up.
Wow.
Coffee's just not for me.
Are you an energy drink person?
Nope.
Wow.
I don't drink any energy drinks.
I want that energy that you have in the morning.
I do drink when I go work out. I've been bike riding a lot lately. Go to my Instagram, Freddy Vela TV. Anyway, I've been bike riding a lot, and I do Amino Energy. Which is, it has like a little bit of caffeine, but it's more flavor than anything else. And it gives you like a splash of caffeine.
Do you like matcha?
No. I can do, so because I don't drink coffee, apologies, I don't go to very many coffee shops. I have gone to Starbucks, and the only thing I've gotten is the
pink drink.
No. The vanilla bean.
Frappuccino? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the white one?
Yeah. I think that's the one I get. But it has no coffee in it.
It's good.
It's all milk-based.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there you go. Anyway, this is a really cool event. I guess hear from Esmeralda how excited she is.
I'm sure it's going to be really cool. You get to go walk around, grab a shot of coffee from different places. It's always fun to know where the bean comes from, and what it took for them to bring those beans over and make sure that they pick the right one, and the way that it tastes when you burn it or roast it. Like, it's so interesting.
It really is interesting. And like I said, even though I'm not a coffee lover, I know that there's a lot of coffee lovers out there. And I do love the way the coffee smells. Mm-hmm. Like, for some reason, that I love. So I know that this would be something for me, so I could smell all the coffees in different spots. But anyway, if you want to check it out, it's this Saturday and Sunday. And if you want more information on this or any of the events that I have talked about, you can go to our website, kxan.com. The article is on there. I do talk about the forecast. And then every single one of the events, I have a link on there too, where you can go to their website so you can find out a bit more of those details. And of course, be able to contact them if it's still going on, especially the two in the middle. But this is a great way to just get out, have fun, and enjoy the weekend, because this is all about the weekend.
Yes, and you know what? If that event does not get canceled, I will add that back into this article. So if you're interested in going to the Mexi Art Dia de los Muertos Viva la Vida event and you want more information on that, check in by the end of today on this article that we just showed. And if it's there, it's still going. If it's not, unfortunately, it's been canceled.
Yeah, for sure. But, just stay safe over Friday night. That's what we recommended to everyone. Just know that we have that chance of seeing some showers and thunderstorms as a possibility. So overall, we just want you to be safe. Again, our biggest concern for tomorrow is going to be those areas in yellow. That's where we could see some of the most severe risk, that's where we could see the most storm coverage and where we could see those severe factors, which would be wind, hail, and a possible tornado. But obviously, the confidence is low in tornado and hail. The strongest thing that we need to worry about is heavy rainfall and strong winds. So overall, we just want you to be prepared. And as we go into the weekend, temperatures are still going to look great at 79 degrees on Saturday, 84 on Sunday, with a chance of rain early on Saturday.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us, Freddie, all of these events. It's always fun to see what events are popping up in Austin or Central Texas. And we have one from San Antonio this week, so that's fun. Thank you so much for joining me, Freddie, and we will see you next week for another Freddy's Weekend Watch.
Bye, everyone.